Good morning, El Paso.
Rise and shine on this Monday morning. A very good one to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, Juarez, and everybody else. I'm Bob Hart.
And I'm Hillary Florin. It's also a warm one out there this morning.
Oh, yeah, 104. Sorry to spoil your high, but I just had to say it, Jorge. 104. That is what we're looking at today, right?
Yeah, 104, and that's the worst news for today. And even out right now, it's pretty warm out there with temperatures in the upper 80s here in El Paso. Now it's 6:01. Let's take a look at storm track with the Doppler radar. Looking pretty dry out there for the most part. Not expecting any rain today. Temperatures last hour were in the upper 80s, and right now we have cooled off a bit. That's some good news. 77 degrees at the airport with winds from the east-northeast at 3. And in Las Cruces, your temperature is now at 64 with winds from the west-northwest at 7. Dew point very low and dry at 30 degrees this morning. We'll have the latest on the extreme heat that we are anticipating not only for this afternoon, but also for the next few days. Hillary?
All right. Thanks so much, Jorge.
Oh, so Hillary's youngest daughter, we got to bring this up. She's about 4, 3?
She's 4.
4. Okay, just said, you want to share?
She got kind of irritated when they were talking about the chance for rain. She goes, Mom, it never rains here.
Oh, it is a attitude. We did have a trace of rain on Friday, but of course the big story that day
Not
was
here,
the
though.
wind and the dust. That's all that we saw for the most part. And then Saturday and Sunday were pretty nice, but very hot. Today,
she's got your number, Jorge.
She does. She's calling me out right now. Hopefully I'll prove her wrong someday. But until then, get ready for a nice hot next few days. The temperature starting out right now in the 80s in some locations, but here in town 77 degrees. And here on Storm Track with a Doppler radar, looking pretty good for the most part. But as we look at those temperatures, notice it's in the mid-70s here in El Paso. Everywhere else, mainly in the mid-60s, including Las Cruces at 64, 66 in Ruidoso, and 70s for Silver City and TRC. Wind speeds right around 5 to 15. Nothing too strong here in town. Winds from the northeast around 3 and 8 in Las Cruces. Day planner forecast starting out with temperatures around 80 degrees by 8 a.m., 96 at noon, and our high up to 104. This will make it the hottest day of 2012 so far, but the old record for today anyways is 108. That was set back in 1980. The reason why we expect the heat to stick around is due to this strong ridge of high pressure, which means hot and dry conditions across the viewing area, not just here in town, but across the southwest, especially Arizona, where temperatures today will be climbing into the low to mid 100s in many locations, 110 possibly in Phoenix right now where it's 92. Here in El Paso, 77 and 63 in Albuquerque and 88 now out in Vegas. And now I'll look at future temps for the rest of your Monday. This is our updated computer model, and it's not really showing much change. We're going to stay in the 70s for the early morning hours, and then perhaps around 100 by lunchtime, and highs right around 104 to 105 in many locations. Here in town, 104 the high, and then beginning to cool down just a tad by the evening hours, but still in the lower 100s by 7 o'clock this evening. And then for the overnight hours, starting off in the low 90s here in El Paso, and then into the 70s and 80s for the early morning hours on your Tuesday. And here's the forecast for West Texas today. Temperatures in the 100s for Sierra Blanca and Van Horn. And the Pass 101 with an overnight low of 72 and 75 in Van Horn. Cloudcroft 80, 100 in Alamogordo with a low tonight at 68, 66 in Ruidoso, and 53 in Cloudcroft. Out west, not much change either. Highs around 100 in TRC and 101 in Deming with an overnight low of 66 and 70 in TRC. You can always stay ahead of the weather forecast by logging on to KVIA.com and downloading our app for free for the iPad, iPhone, BlackBerry, and Android. El Paso, 104. Wind to the northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunrise occurred at 6 o'clock this morning. And sunset time now at 8:14. Lows tonight down to about 78. And on Las Cruces today, your high 101 with winds from the northwest around 5 to 15. Those overnight lows tonight down to about 73 with winds from the west still around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, not much cooler, 102 for your Tuesday, 100 Wednesday with lows in the 70s. And then we finally cool down a little more by Thursday with highs in the upper 90s. Mid-90s return for the weekend, and a slight chance of rain returns as well by Friday through Sunday with slight chances for rain at 10%. Good morning, El Paso. We'll be right back after the break.
Debut on HBO, huh?
Right, I saw that. Jorge, you had actually posted that on Facebook, so that was pretty funny. You got a still shot of it there.
Actually, twice, not just with Cesar Chavez Jr., but also with Andy Lee, the fighter who lost the bout. So it was a good fight and a good showing for El Paso. And it was also very hot that day with temperatures in the 90s. Today, even hotter than that. But a look outside on those ABC 7 WeatherNet sites, sponsored by Mattress Firm, showing temperatures in the upper 70s at Dr. Green, 75 here at ABC 7 Studios, and 78 downtown at the Inside Science Museum. After the break, we'll have the latest on the extremely hot day that we are expecting not only for today, but also for the rest of the week. Stick around.
ABC 7 Storm Track WeatherNet is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
In your 7-day forecast, calling for an extremely hot day, 104, and it's going to stay hot for the rest of the weekend. More news and weather after the break.
Live, where news comes first. This is ABC7's top-rated morning news. Good morning, El Paso.
Good morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. Thanks for waking up so early with us on this gorgeous Monday morning. See, I said gorgeous and Monday together. You like that?
It's rare that you can say that, wouldn't you say?
It's true, but look how warm it is. It's almost 80 degrees.
Yeah, let's get the latest from meteorologist Jorge Torres. If you think it's warm now, it's going to get a lot warmer, right?
Oh, yeah, very hot indeed by this afternoon. Last hour, we were in the upper 80s, around 88. Fortunately, we have cooled down a few degrees this morning. Now it's 77 at 6:30. And on Storm Track with a Doppler radar to start off your day, looking very dry out there. A few clouds to start off your Monday morning here in town, but no rain to detect, and it's going to stay dry for the rest of your Monday. Temperatures, as I mentioned, still in the mid-70s with wind to the east-northeast at 3. Very dry outside with a dew point at 39. And in Las Cruces, you are now at 64 with winds in the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour. The dew point also very low and dry at 30 degrees. We'll have the latest on this heat wave that we are anticipating for the next few days, along with possibly a chance for some rain beginning this weekend. Bob?
All right, thanks so much, Jorge. Appreciate it.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. And late on us, here's the bad news.
Yeah, extreme heat. Very hot conditions
Hottest
for this
day yet,
afternoon.
right?
Yeah, most likely the hottest day so far 2012. But right now outside, temperatures are in the mid-70s, 6:44. And here's a look at Storm Track with a Doppler radar. Very dry conditions out there. And there you see no rain right now, and not expecting any rain for today. And look at those temperatures. Still in the mid-70s here in El Paso. Everywhere else, mainly in the upper 60s to lower 70s, including Deming now at 72. Las Cruces 68, the Pass 69, and 68 as well up in Ruidoso. Wind speeds could pick up a little bit this afternoon, borderline breezy, but for the most part, they'll stay light. Right now, wind speeds are around 5 to 10 miles per hour across the viewing area here in town. 3, 7 in Las Cruces, and 8 now in Deming. Now, over the past 12 hours, we were tracking some low to mid-level clouds, but now it's beginning to clear out. For the most part, thanks to a strong ridge of high pressure that is beginning to build over parts of the southwest. If you're heading out towards Phoenix today or perhaps Vegas, it's going to be extremely hot. And we're talking about temperatures well above 105, perhaps a few spots around 110. Here in town, though, we won't be that hot, but it will be above average, that's for sure. A look at future track, though, for the rest of your day, showing you whether or not we can expect any cloud cover that could perhaps cool us down just a tad. And unfortunately, that's not going to be the case for at many locations. Perhaps out towards Cloudcroft and Ruidoso, maybe out towards Dale City in the past, a few clouds here and there. But for the most part, we're going to say mostly sunny and dry and extremely hot, even during the overnight hours as we lead up to your Tuesday morning. We'll start out right around the 60s and 70s here in town and still staying very hot tomorrow. Here's your forecast for West Texas today. Highs in the low to mid 100s. We're talking 105 in Van Horn, 104 in Sierra Blanca, and 101 there at the Pass. With overnight lows tonight down into the low to mid 70s across West Texas, including Van Horn with a low of 75. Cloudcroft topping out at 80 today, 100 in Alamogordo, staying partly cloudy, and 91 in Ruidoso with an overnight low of 66 and 53 in Cloudcroft, 68 in Alamogordo. Out west, Deming, your high 101. 100 in TRC and 96 in Silver City. So there's little to no relief, even if you are heading up to the higher elevations today, with overnight lows down into the mid-60s for Silver City and Deming and 70 in TRC. You can always stay up to date with our weather forecast by watching us right here on ABC7, calling our weather line at 533-7744, and you can also watch us anytime on our 24/7 Storm Track weather channel. El Paso. Forecast today, calling for a high of 104. This would make it the hottest day so far this year if we do reach this mark. Again, the old record for today, 108. That was set back in 1980, so we're not going to reach that mark. That is good news. Bad news, though, it will be extremely hot this afternoon, so stay hydrated if you will be out and about during the hottest time of the day, which tends to be from 10 to 5. Lows tonight down into the upper 70s, winds on the light side from the west 5 to 15. And in Las Cruces, 101 your high today with an overnight low of 73. Sunrise occurred at 6 o'clock this morning. Sunset time now at 8:14. And your 7-day outlook showing those temperatures in the lower 100s for your Tuesday, 100 on Wednesday with overnight lows down in the low to mid 70s. And then we begin to gradually cool down a bit for the rest of the week. And a chance of rain that's returned by Friday and the weekend, but for now only at 10%. Good morning, El Paso. We'll be right back after the break.
8 minutes until 7 o'clock right now. Let's check in with Jorge right now.
Good morning, everyone. Outside temperatures still are in the mid-70s, but it's going to be extremely hot later today with temperatures perhaps reaching and exceeding 100 degrees. But the must-stop forecast showing those temperatures ranging from 77 to 88 in El Paso and 61 to 68 in Las Cruces. Winds between 5 to 15 miles per hour. Not too bad. And your day planner forecast still showing those extremely hot conditions. 96 by noon and our high 104. This would make it the hottest day of the year so far. And for the weekend, looking much better. 95 on Saturday with a slight chance of rain at 10%. Sunday, 96 below 74. And after the break, we'll have the latest on the hot rest of your work week and also next 7 days of weather. Stick around. Final look at your 7-day forecast today. Calling for a high of 104, make it the hottest day of the year. 102 on Tuesday and 100 on Wednesday.
Thanks, Jorge. Thank you all for keeping it here today.
Good Morning America is next. We're back here in 20